People come to me and say, hey, Kevin, how do you run all these businesses and get so much stuff done, and yet you're still able to provide really good value, not just for free, publicly, but then you go into so much crazy detailed value that I didn't even know I needed in all these amazing courses that you have, and you keep adding value to them.
So that was our buddy Meet Kevin. This is over on his webpage. You can see here, make more money and get stuff done faster, featuring AI. So I guess now he's an AI expert, charging hundreds of dollars to learn his AI expertise. And I can't even say this up with a straight face because it's clearly a joke to me, but sadly, the joke is on you and people fall for it. I want to go through some things today because it's been weighing on my mind every time I do social media and I see comments, and just the truth. There's a lot of vulnerable people out there, and they fall for these scammers all over social media, and the scammers are everywhere. Take a look at this question because this is really enlightening. Take a look for yourself.
I think that the concept of having to go to work to earn a living will end within 20 years. That's very interesting. I agree with you 100%.
So again, the question is, I think that the concept of having to go to work to earn a living will end within 20 years. And essentially, this is one of the Tesla pumper dudes, Farzad, I think is his name. And the questions that he got from his audience is really telling of the kind of people out there and what they're thinking about. So this, Dr. Iyak, he's probably thinking, I hate my job. I don't want to work again. I just want to win the lottery. That's essentially what these people are thinking. I don't want to work again. I don't want to learn any new skills. I don't want to do anything of effort. I just want to win the lottery. Please tell me I'm going to win the lottery. How can I win the lottery, right? That's what these channels are all about. And when you put it all together with that perspective, it'll make more sense. Moreover, I want to show you some more things that I've been looking at to sort of understand the audience as being abused by these pumpers and scammers. Take a look for yourself.
What happened in the past doesn't fucking matter. It is completely irrelevant. What matters is what's going to happen in the future.
Then for transport, if we take the $460 billion per year by 2035 and we apply 24 price to earnings ratio, the Tesla stock price for just the transport subdivision would be about $8,900. So $8,900 we can say is likely to be Tesla's stock price by 2035.
Oh, they definitely got to work on it because I'm out of this Tesla after today. I'm not going to ride it again.
You'd rather go back to gas?
I'd rather go back to gas, absolutely.
We reached out to Tesla for comment, but so far the company has not responded.
It's likely to be Tesla's stock price by 2035 just from their transport. So if they were just of $38,078 per share. And then if we add all those price targets together for each one.
Man, this is crazy. It's a disaster. Seriously.
Oh, we got a bunch of dead robots out here.
Dead robots. This is your car?
Yeah. So I can get back to Indiana.
But you can't find one that's charging or working?
Either working or doesn't have cars sitting, still plugged in.
You've been here since when?
5 p.m. yesterday.
So 20 hours or so?
Yeah, about.
Tesla did not respond to any of our emails or calls.
Definitely more expensive. The Cybertruck is more expensive. There's no doubt. But you have no gasoline costs, despite the higher upfront costs, right? No maintenance costs.
We have had extraordinary cold, but is this acceptable?
No, not at all. I mean, pay premium price for these Teslas.
In Oak Brook, Dane Placco, Fox 32 Chicago.
There's no oil changes. There's no engine. There's very little maintenance to deal with. Now, you do pay 20% higher upfront, but you save so much money on gasoline and maintenance. And you're getting better performance.
Nothing, no juice, it's still on 0%. And this is like 3 hours this morning being out here, after being out here 8 hours yesterday.
One of those subdivisions, I'm predicting that Tesla's stock price in about 15 years will be somewhere around $48,893, which from today's date is roughly 47x where we are today, which is a lot, which is a lot.
By that time, my battery drained down to 5%, which was faster than normal. Long story short, here I am. We had to tow it out this way.
And you're getting better performance. I have to decide if I want to do more, but know that if I'm doing more, it's just a cash grab. Because I got 10 days to make these videos. But hey, I'm going to be transparent about it. Hey, it's a lot of money. It's like, a couple $1,000 a video. And for 30 seconds, read, whatever.
In about 15 years, will be somewhere around $48,893, which from today's date is roughly 47x where we are today, which is a lot. Which is a lot.
I think that the concept of having to go to work to earn a living will end within 20 years. That's very interesting. I think I agree with you 100%.
So if you understand what's going on here, you have essentially these pumpers every day tell you that you're going to win the lottery. That's basically what it is. You're going to win the lottery, buy my class. You're going to win the lottery, buy my t-shirt. You're going to win the lottery, right? And there's all these other people out there like, well, I mean, given the choice of having to work hard, given the choice to be patient, given the choice to struggle or win the lottery, well, hey, I'm choosing to win the lottery, and I'm going to follow the person who tells me how I'm going to win the lottery. and it's hard to say this with a straight face, but sadly, that is the sort of thinking that people have, is that they're going to win the lottery. And when you think about this, like someone's like, hey, you know, I don't want to work again. I'm never going to work again. Is that really going to happen? Are you really going to help me win the lottery? And these people, like these pumper guys like Farzad, has a choice. He's like, well, I could tell people the truth, or I can make a lot of money for myself selling people the dream. And you know what? I'm going to do that, right? So I understand rationally what's going on here, but I want you to understand the whole situation, and so that you don't get caught in this trap. Because here's the reality: most people do. They get caught in this trap of following these basically fake guru people. Here's another question coming to Farzad, and I want you guys to just kind of see the kind of what people are thinking. This is coming from Kevin, one of his fans. Listen for yourself.
Kevin, when Tesla becomes as valuable as Apple and Aramco, I love the when, combined, does the government hate get ratcheted up to a more extreme level?
No, it wasn't that Kevin. It's a different Kevin, but I'll repeat the question again. This question: when Tesla become as valuable as Apple and Aramco combined, does the government hate ratchet up to a more extreme level? And so what this is getting at, remember the whole lottery thing, is for the average person, they think, okay, I want to be rich and I don't want to work, right? So they think, okay, so who's the richest person out there and who can I copy? Oh, Elon Musk. Okay, so simple. And then when you kind of go down this rabbit hole, you kind of see things that are red flags, but you look away because remember, the pumpers keep telling you that you're going to win the lottery. Moreover, the reason why you have to stick with the narrative that everything in the mainstream media is lies and everything they tell you is, untruthful, etc., is because it hurts your dreams, right? Your dream, remember, is to become a millionaire, billionaire, whatever. Your dream is to win the lottery without doing any work. And if you think about like the stuff that they're asking is, oh, when is Tesla going to be as valuable as Apple, right? The big tech company, Aramco, the big oil company combined. It's like basically saying like, when's Tesla going to be the most valuable company in the whole world, right? And this is the kind of stuff that people are dreaming about. Like it's the lottery, frankly. That's all it is. And that's how you can pump out these prices that Tesla stock's going to be $48,000. I can't even say it with a straight face. It's like so ridiculous. And already, guys, I really know I do this every day. There's kids going, "Oh, Chris, you're just a hater. You just don't believe in dreams." And let me say this really clearly, kind of why I try to tell you the truth all the time. Okay, if I just give you candy every day, yes, the candy tastes good, and yes, you'll feel good now. But it's actually not going to help your body, and it's not going to help you get better, right? If I actually give you nutritious food, right? Maybe it's not going to taste as good as the candy. The candy's going to have a lot more sugar in it. You're going to get that sugar high, right? You're going to feel like dopamine rush or that kind of stuff. But if I say, hey, maybe you should eat your broccoli, right? Who likes broccoli, right? Broccoli's no fun. Broccoli's boring. I don't want to eat broccoli. But like over time, you're going to be way better off eating the broccoli. And for those of you who understand this philosophy, you'll get it, right? You'll totally get it. I'll give you another example is the whole diet pill thing, right? The average American, they want to just go to the store, buy a diet pill, and instantly they're going to lose a lot of weight and they'll look great. That's what they want to do. The reality is if you want to look great and have a long, sustainable life, eat healthy, go to the gym. But people don't want to hear that. They want to go to the store and get the diet pill. And I feel like much of social media is kind of in that realm, the social media diet pill, I guess you could call it. Moreover, take a look at another question I thought was really interesting. This again coming from Farzad's fans. Have a listen for yourself.
Some young men need to have some meaningful to do or they will cause trouble. Regarding the bot overtaking some jobs, what do you say? 100%. I think.
So this is, I guess, one of his like loyal member follower people. And it says here, some men need to have some meaningful to do or they cause trouble. Regarding the bot overtaking jobs, what do you say? And it's funny when you put all this stuff together, you realize that there's an audience out there vulnerable young men that don't have good role models at all. And essentially they come to social media, they go to OnlyFans, and that is their essentially their support base. And if you understand what's going on here is that it's all a lie. Basically, we'll talk about OnlyFans, is you're paying someone money to say what you want them to say, right? You give them $200, they make you feel good for, I don't know, an hour or whatever. I don't do that stuff, so I don't know, but that's the general gist of it, right? They take off their clothes, do whatever they're going to do, and you pay the money. And as long as you keep paying the money, they'll make you feel good. But understand how like ridiculously unhealthy that is. I hope you guys understand this. Moreover, the people out there say, "Oh, well, Chris, I don't pay anything when I watch the Kevins and the Tesla pumpers and this stuff. I don't pay anything." And I'll tell you, that's completely untrue. You pay with the most valuable thing that you have, and that is your time. When you waste your time with the pumpers and stuff that basically just sell you a bunch of pipe dreams that don't make your life better, you are not getting better. You're wasting your time. I hope you understand this message. And it's I know it's not fun. I'm trying to give you the broccoli. I know it's not fun. It's funny because like if I came up here and sold you a bunch of scamming classes on AI and Zero to Millionaire and real estate stuff like that and charge you thousands of dollars, people are like, "Oh my God, you're so awesome. I want to get that thing." But like I don't do that because I want to tell you the truth and I want you to be better. I was a professor for about 10 years. I've had real interactions with thousands of students like in the classroom every day and help people. And I stay in contact with these people for years. These people on YouTube, they don't know you. They don't care about you at all. And if they did, they wouldn't lie to you every single day, right? The same with people on the OnlyFans. They don't know you. They don't care about you. And if they did, they wouldn't like, "Hey, give me $400 and I'll take off my clothes," that kind of stuff. And so I feel sad about what's happening out there in social media because I think there's a lot of people that fall for this stuff. But I don't think it's the only way to live life. I think there are other ways. I wrote this in my book and I don't hard sell because I just feel uncomfortable doing that stuff, but we're only talking like a couple bucks. It's not a big deal, to be honest, compared to like this stuff is like selling you for thousands. But the thing that I always try to say, and if you understand my story, I came from an extremely poor background. I mean, I lost my family at the end of the war. There's no other way to say it. And, I was able to lift myself up. I live a happy life. I smile every day. And to me, that is worth so much. And I don't have to come out here and just repeatedly lie to people for money. And I don't have to like take off my clothes and like OnlyFans people for money. I don't want to contribute to that sort of negative reinforcement and things like that. And so I just, it's been weighing on me, this kind of stuff. And when I saw these questions today of like, this one right here, I think the concept of having to go to work to earn a living will end in 20 years. I just think the people who think in that route that I'm going to win the lottery and never work again, never improve myself ever, this kind of stuff, and to put all your hopes and dreams on Elon, I just think that's bad thinking. And be careful out there. And again, when you say, "Oh, Chris, I don't give them anything," that's just wrong. You give them your time. And if you can use your time to be more productive, to live in a truthful world, to live in reality, you're going to do much better. But I get it. People will watch the Tesla stuff that we talk about because it's always a fun one because the way that the pumpers and the Tesla fanboys and fangirls, they have to like come up with these lies that they tell themselves and these false narratives to sort of keep the facade going. And that's why we talk about it because it's fascinating. That right there represents kind of what's wrong with the social media, these kind of things. I can literally see it for myself. People are stranded in winter. And the pumpers are going to come up with some way to like, "Oh, that's a good thing," or "Hey guys, you're going to get great performance," or "It's don't worry about that. That's a temporary thing. Just think about the future. You're going to make $48,000 per share," like that kind of stuff. So, anyway, I hope you're doing well out there. Please be safe and take these words to heart. I truly do mean that. And I'll catch you next video.
A steak sponsorship?
Oh man, someone asked me this
What's
before.
your price?
I feel like everyone has a price.
100 million a year?
I don't know, because it has to be a point where it's so high that I would be irresponsible for saying no to it.
And if you completed the sponsorship, let's say a year later, and your audience turned on you, would you be comfortable with the money and the pushback?
Part of me
if all 4 million DM'd you on Instagram and said, "We hate you because of this,"
I don't know, because I feel like part of my audience understands the financial aspect of it, and I feel like they would be like, "Yo, Graham, you're an idiot if you say no to this. Like, we get it." I'm hoping that would be the response.
The future, how are you going to be a millionaire with passive income in the future?
I was going to be screwed. In high school, I had such bad grades.
I was actually comparing D's and F's with one of my friends to see who got more D's.
Oh my gosh.
Like, no joke. It was terrible. I hated school, hated tests. I was a bad test taker, never did homework. I slacked off. I did the minimum to basically just not get expelled in terms of my grades. I was screwed.